going on, everybody? UltimatDJz here from the Teaching Trick YouTube channel, here to talk to you about Assimilation Part 1, and more specifically, Fleet Commanders. Now, we will be talking to you a lot about the Borg throughout the month. As a matter of fact, it would seem that I have been assimilated, but that's okay because I am going to spread all my cute and lovable adorableness throughout the entire collective, and everybody will get snuggles as a result. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. Thanks, and shout out to Iron Chef for making my new costume. I am Borg of Purr. Resistance is adorable. Don't you like it? Look at that eye. That's creepy, and it's dark, and I'm very much dead inside. But it still looks very cool. Good evening, everybody. Fleet Commanders. It is a complicated thing. We're going to deliver to you what I hope to be a quick and dirty. Hopefully, in 10, 12 minutes or less, we're going to try to get through the entire thing. So let's hop on over into the game, and we are going to take our first peek at the Command Center. It's a building that is required to unlock Fleet Command. So here's your to-do list, all right? You're going to get a mission. You're going to complete up to level 4 of said mission. Don't start level 5. You're going to do level 4. Then you're going to come out. This is important, guys. Just hang on to every word. Complete 4 of those missions, not the 5th one. Then you're going to come into the game. You're going to build your command center. Why do you want to build your command center? Because now you have an opportunity to look through the skill trees. And why is this important? You need to know what skills are involved in the trees for both Captain Spock and Admiral Kirk. Now, just in case you haven't yet seen what the nice, beautiful, concise topic of all of these are, we've got this pulled up for you right now, guys. Take a quick peek at that, and shout out to Fantabulous from Server 23, who has kind of put together a real high-level overview of the 2 free Fleet Commanders that you're going to get. Admiral Kirk on the bottom, Fleet Commander Captain Spock on top. You can certainly see that Spock is a little bit more passive. There are some really nice efficiencies in here, especially, but I mean, that is very long way off. That is Ops level 50, Command Center 50, and it's going to be a hot minute before a lot of us get there. It would seem at the early levels, at least for most players, it does feel like Admiral Kirk might be the way to go, but obviously there are 2 play styles here, 2 paths, and you get to choose which one you like better. So take a quick peek at your screen, screenshot it, clip it, and there you have the general broad overview of the buffs and the researches that are going to come available on the skill tree. Then you're going to go back. You're going to do mission level number 5. You are going to then choose your free Fleet Commander. It's either going to be Spock or it's going to be Kirk. You're going to pick one, and there you've got it. Now, once you're done with that, there is a lot to do with this mechanic. We're going to try to break it down very quickly. The first thing you're going to want to do is then come into your refinery, okay? This is step number 1. Come into your refinery tab. You're going to come all the way down to the Command Center tab, and you are going to get this bundle, Fleet Commander Materials. It's going to contain within it Commander XP, that is this orange ball. You're going to get skill points. Those are these things with the star. Those are skill points. And you're going to get these quantum communicators, which allow you to upgrade the command center building. Those are the 3 materials that are going to come inside this particular bundle every 22 hours. All right. So you're going to claim that, and we'll come back to these skill points here in just a moment. But once you get these materials, you're going to come out and you're going to take a look at the command center and what you can potentially do as far as starting to build this thing up. You'll notice that you can build it. You could even possibly get maybe 1 or 2 levels out of it here early. A couple of things to note. Here over in the description, what you are seeing here is at level 1, which is where my command center is, I'm going to get a 1% officer stat bonus. That's great. I'm going to have 1 Fleet Commander slot unlocked, also fantabulous, and I'm going to get a daily drip of uncommon skill points. At level 1 all the way through level 10, that daily drip is 40 skill points, or through level 9 rather. At level 10, it'll flip over. That is 40 skill points. Those skill points are used to enhance the buffs built inside the skill tree. You will start here at the top, and you will work your way down. Let's not use Locutus. Let's come back and look at, say, let's choose Spock. All right, that's the one that I didn't go with. So let's look at Spock. We're going to start with these top levels here, and then we're going to work our way down. And we can work our way down in all three of these categories. That would be Miner, Architect, and Scientist. We'll start right up here, which only requires Commander rank level 1, which we'll talk about in a moment. And we'll notice that some of these will require Command Center level 1, but we just built it. We have that. The number 10 indicates that we need the Command Center upgraded to level 10. Same thing for 20, 40, and 50. Those Command Center levels do correspond with Ops. Couple of graphical things to keep you aware of here. If you see the double gold bar box, that indicates an always on ability. Means once you unlock it, it's there forevermore, whether the officer is slotted or not. Basically, it's just like, think of it like a projectile. You unlock it, it's good forever, okay? Those are the double gold bar boxes. If you see a single gold bar box amongst a group, this is ever so important, community. Please, 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 please listen to this. You will get to choose one. Only one. So if you see this single gold bar right here with 3 of them together, like we see right here for Spock, we're going to check all 3. Increases crystal mining, okay. Increases ore mining, okay. Increases gas mining, okay. Which one is more important? Because I'm going to get to do one, and the other 2 are going to stay locked out for the foreseeable future. You will not have another chance to do the other 2. So pick the one that you want the most, and you will move on. All right, you'll see this node, this node, this node, this node. These are always on. You'll see this group, this group, this group, and this group, and this group. They are clustered, meaning that we will only get to choose one of those. When your one fleet commander is slotted, everything in this entire tree will become active. All right, you get all of those buffs for as long as it's out. If down the road you buy the other fleet commander, let's say that you go into the store right now because it is available and you decide that you want to buy Kirk as well, then you get to start working in his skill tree as well. And again, this buff, anything with the gold double bar, those are always on, right? But if I want to turn on the rest of this stuff, I've got to slot him in. Do be aware of a cooldown. When you activate or you slot a fleet commander, you've got a 6-hour cooldown on being able to change him. All right, so don't think that you can flip back and forth. You've got 6-hour cooldown on changing your fleet commander. All right, once you start working through those skills and getting built up, you're going to start to see other more pronounced buffs work their way into the game. Also, as you progress through the levels of the command center, you're going to see, again, as we pointed out a little bit ago, at level 10, your daily drip of skill points are going to increase to 75. That happens again at level 15. And again, if you are going to buy a pack, for example, and speed through levels of the command center, then you do need to make sure you go into the refinery tab, drop down into the command center, and claim this chest every single time that it refreshes, which will be 1, 10, 15, and 20. At least here at the early levels, it changes more as you level up. That is the command center. Now, let's talk about the fleet commander themselves. Admiral Kirk, Captain Spock. You are going to get one free today. You can buy the other one. How do we get the second one if we wanted to grind it out? Crazy enough, it's actually right here in this exact same bundle. Inside this bundle, and I wish I had an image that I could share with you, but inside this bundle, you have the chance, the opportunity at fleet commander shards of both officers, both of the one that you got for free and the one that you don't have unlocked. You will possibly be able to draw some shards of your secondary fleet commander, but if you draw shards of the main fleet commander, the one you already have unlocked, you're going to get an extra bundle redeem over here called Fleet Commander Dust, and you can redeem that for some extra goodies. Now, in the meantime, I only have one fleet commander, right? So I just have Kirk. I have uncommon generic skill points. That is what's being given to me. And then I come in here and I exchange those for the Kirk skill points. Those points are good for the Kirk skill tree. Not good for the Spock tree or the Locutus tree, but only good in Kirk. So all the currency that I'm earning this month, everything that's coming out of the daily drip is a generic uncommon skill point, and then I have to choose to convert it into whatever fleet commander that I'm going to use. That will work the exact same way for rare fleet skill points and even epic skill points way on down the road. All right. how do we promote the fleet commander? Well, let's talk about the fleet commander first, just kind of taking a peek at the structure of this officer. It's actually very similar to a traditional officer, except it's 20 tiers. Each tier does, in fact, have 5 levels. We can see that over here. 5 levels and 20 tiers. That is 100 total levels of this particular officer. What are we going to do to level him up? We are using the Commander XP that we earn from our daily drip and through events and through the Borg Solo Armada loop, which I'll explain in a moment. You do have the XP that does the levels. And then when you're ready to promote him, you are using Uncommon Commander credits. These are just like faction credits, so to speak, that you're using, or think of them like maybe badges, so to speak. That's what you're using to promote the officer to the next tier. Every single time you promote the officer, you get an extra gift. Every single time you level the officer, you get a gift. All right. And those will typically consist of extra skill points. So be sure to go back again into the refinery tab, and you're going to see all these chests populate in there when you level and or promote your officers, your fleet commanders, rather. Okay. So use the XP here, use the commander credits here. How do I earn XP? How do I earn commander credits? Well, you got to engage in the Borg Solo Armada loot. As we get ready to wrap up here, we're going to step back into our refinery. We're going to come in here to the Borg tech, and this is the other piece. And we're not going to get into the mechanics of the Borg Solo Armadas tonight, but I do want to explain this loop fully. Obviously, we're starting out, we're buying the Borg Solo Armada directives. Then we're going to go complete the Borg Solo Armada directives. We'll spend them by doing the Borg Solo Armadas. Just as a quick level overview, when you look at your map very zoomed out, you'll be able to see the Borg green space. It pops right here. There's some there. Up here in G4, there you got some there, right there, and there's also some over here in G5 land. Okay, those are where you're going to find the Borg spheres. You're going to participate in the Borg spheres just like we did the Jem'Hadar Armadas. We're going to come back into the Borg tab. We're going to spend this loot. Now, presumably, you are 40 plus for the purposes of what I'm going to say right here, but 35 through 39 will get this chest. They just don't get the rare directives to go with it. But for 40 plus, you'll get all of this stuff. We'll talk more about the exos and the officers and all this stuff later. Right now, this is all about fleet commanders, so we'll come back to Borg later, but notice here, uncommon fleet commander credits. These credits are what is used to promote the officer, and the XP used to level the officer. These are what we're focused on right now, and you are guaranteed one of these 3 pulls, and you're guaranteed one of these 2 pulls. You're going to get one of these pulls and one of these, so you're guaranteed that. Then we're going to go through, we're going to earn the rares if you're 40 plus. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go out, we're going to, when we get enough directives, we're going to do the rare targets. We're going to come back in here. We're going to see more uncommon fleet commander credits. And if you are 40 plus, you are going to start to see these rare fleet command credits, which we now have established, will unlock at Fleet Commander 13. Fleet Commander level 13. So 1 through 12 are all using the uncommon credits. And then starting at Fleet Commander tier 13, it'll start taking rares. All right. So you'll get some of these. You'll also get the XP. Same way in turn, we're going to collect the epic directives. We're going to come and we're going to do the epic exchange as well. Now you'll notice uncommon still here, rare still here, but I have no epic fleet command credits, which by the way come into play at Fleet Commander tier 18. Why don't I see them? Because they only are available to Ops 50 plus. Ops 50 plus. So if you are 50 or higher, you're going to see uncommon, rare, and epic fleet commander credits in your chest. Also, you're going to see the commander XP, which again, all come back and sustain your progression through the skill tree. Every single time you level your officer up too, by the way, you're going to get this. You're going to get a bundle for your fleet commander that is going to include a quantum key. It could also include additional skill points, and then you're going to take those skill points, convert them, and go back and spend them in the tree. This is a very quick and high-level overview of fleet commanders. I'm sure there's something that I left out. I'm sure that there are questions that you're going to have. It is an incredibly complicated puzzle, But suffice to say, it is all self-contained and self-supporting. You can spend your way into this loop to speed it up, but it is self-contained as a free-to-play grind. Again, using the faction credits to tier the officer, the Commander XP to level the officer, and this will just give you a brief summary of what you're doing going through the various levels of the skill tree. Real quick, just to kind of come back, we can see here that Commander rank level 13 is row 4. That is where your rare credits step in, and Fleet Commander rank 18, which is where your epic Fleet Commander credits will step in. That is what I've got for you. I am Ultimate Borg DJ Kitty Borg, and this is your too long, quick and dirty on Fleet Commanders. You got questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd be happy to try to answer those for you. Please be sure to send this to your entire team. Let them assimilate the knowledge by sharing this video with your team and your friends and family. We would appreciate you doing that. Subbing to the channel while you're here. Smashing that like button, and please do assimilate the bell so you know when there is more content coming out. I am UltimatDJz, your friendly neighborhood Borg cat, saying meow for now. We love you. We mean it. We will catch you with a ton more content coming up over the next several days. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Bye. Meow. Resistance is beautiful. And Borg and meow. Purr. Purr.